Breaking absolutely wild news. The US government has a lot less Bitcoin than was estimated. And this is coming from the White House. The White House thought the government had a lot more Bitcoin than apparently what they actually have. There was supposed to be an audit a while ago that showed how much Bitcoin was held by the US government. Of course, it's held in different places. There's some red tape to get your hands in and understand how much they have. This is actually extremely bullish for a number of reasons. I want to go through that. And I'm not saying it's bullish because the US doesn't have as much Bitcoin. It would be great for the US if it had Bitcoin, but it's kind of crazy what this sets up moving forward. Maybe the option of buying more Bitcoin, or just showing how far we have been able to come even with massive amounts of selling. We have some other stuff happening in the market as well. We have so many shorts getting liquidated. Good riddance. Let me know your thoughts on the market down below, and let me know what you're drinking too. I'm trying a new kind of coffee, Nespresso coffee. Pretty good. But let me know what you're drinking down below, and if you want to get access to a video, talk about the top 10 cryptos to buy right now, it will be live on the channel in a little while, but if you want, you can go check it out via the Telegram below. It's completely free. Just check out the Telegram if you want. And if you want to trade crypto, there's a link underneath the video to BYDFi. It's a great time to be trading. Check it out. They have massive bonuses underneath the video. Let's start here. Bitcoin sitting right under 120,000. It's looking really good. ADA sitting at 76 cents. Ethereum up a significant amount today, outperforming just about everything, almost at 3,400. Almost every crypto is doing well. Solana's up 7%. XRP's up over $3. By the way, you can trade crypto with crypto over on BYDFi. I didn't mention that, but you can actually trade Ethereum with Ethereum as collateral, which is kind of cool. But yeah, everything's looking really good today. Of course, we did hear that the preliminary or procedural vote happened. So basically, the House can vote on all the crypto bills again. And it seems like they're going to get approved. So that's really beneficial. That's got the market kind of excited. It's not only crypto. Crypto-related stocks are doing well, like Circle's up 21%. That's insane. More money's coming into crypto. $2 billion printed at the Tether Treasury. And of course, there are a lot of short liquidations as well. ETH had $111 million of shorts liquidated over the last 24 hours. This is the first time in a while that I've seen something beat out Bitcoin for liquidations, which is awesome. It's doing really well. We already knew that they were at all-time highs. Shorts were at record levels. Yeah, so it's nice to see some of the shorts get wiped out, to be honest. This came out today. Bulgaria sold 213,500 seized Bitcoin for $3.6 billion back in 2018. This would basically wipe out their public debt today. And depending on what the price is of Bitcoin, it would knock out their entire public debt. That is crazy. What's even crazier is apparently the U.S. Marshal Service holds a lot less Bitcoin than people were expecting. We were thinking that the U.S. owned about 200,000 Bitcoin, but they hold less than 30,000. Right away, you think, okay, that's really bearish because the U.S. government, they're supposed to stockpile this Bitcoin. They're supposed to hold a lot. They're a big player in the crypto industry. This just kind of weakens their position. On the other hand, that's like initial thoughts. On the other hand, even the administration thought that they had 200,000 Bitcoin. Going back to this establishment of the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve, this basically just outlines that they want to hold all the Bitcoin that they have. But David Sachs specifically said back in March of 2025, when they created this stockpile, it's estimated that the U.S. owns about 200,000 Bitcoin. However, there has never been a complete audit. This EO directs a full accounting of the federal government's digital asset holdings. Now, to be clear, maybe it comes out that this is wrong, right? This is coming from someone on Twitter. It's kind of blowing up right now. But everyone on Twitter is talking about it. Maybe they're wrong. Maybe this is falsified or something like that. But if it's not, this means that they sold another 170,000 Bitcoin on top of the Bitcoin that was already sold. It wasn't just this amount of Bitcoin that Biden sold. He also sold like a couple 100,000 other Bitcoin that we knew about during his reign or during his presidency. So the US government sold 370,000 Bitcoin. No wonder we fell drastically, along with all the different crypto exchanges blowing up. On the other hand, this might piss off Trump. Like, if you were staking part of your campaign on holding Bitcoin and becoming the number one Bitcoin country in the world, and then you found out, wow, we actually only have a sixth as much as we thought, maybe you get pissed off. Maybe you buy some more. Even if you don't, just think about how much Bitcoin the markets had to absorb over the last couple of years, the last 4 or 5 years. It's not just the German government selling 50,000 Bitcoin last August. It's also the US government selling tens of thousands of Bitcoin almost every month, or like on average, 10,000 a month. During a bear market, that definitely sends the price down. Keep in mind too, 95% of all Bitcoin has been mined over the last 15 years. We've had these massive dumpings from US governments back when Bitcoin actually was like used for illicit activities a little bit. Now it's not. And even if it was like let's say you had some pot company and you sold pot. Okay, that's like, I don't know, 0.1 Bitcoin or something like that. If you had a real business, like the fact is it's basically irrelevant now. Whatever is seized, it's a small amount, right? Compared to what it used to be in terms of Bitcoin terms, right? Like 1 Bitcoin versus 10,000 Bitcoin, right? So these governments get their hands on seized Bitcoin and dump them. But as time goes on, there's going to be way less of that happening. And this is just getting bought up by MicroStrategy, by Metaplanet, by so many different companies and ETFs. It shows you how far we've come. The fact that we can be at the prices we're at today, 119,000, even with all this dumping going on, it's absolutely crazy. So maybe the US goes out and buys more. Maybe they make it more of a initiative to buy and not just hold because they have less than they were expecting. Even if they don't, though, it's still extremely bullish that we've come this far with all this dumping, and I don't want to call it fraud, but all this smoke and mirrors. No one knew that there's all this dumping going on. Let me know your thoughts on this underneath the video. If you do want to trade crypto, like I said, there are links underneath the video. You can start trading over on BYDeFi or BTCC. You can also try out some of the other platforms. WEEX has a really good bonus going on right now too. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts on this underneath the video, because it's absolutely crazy in my mind that as a US citizen, you don't know what your own government holds. This should be open information for everyone. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks so much.